Morning, everyone. I just wanted to come out here and talk to you about a topic that God's been dealing with me about resentment, bitterness, anger, all those things that can really poison a person's mind, body, and soul. So I want us to pray before we even start. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for your love. Thank you so much for your mercy. Thank you so much for this fresh air. Thank you so much for the birds that singing their song. Thank you so much for the water. Just thank you for waking us up, Lord. Please to let us tone our minds towards you right now so we can receive the Holy Spirit and so we can receive the word and so we can start releasing things. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, so my topic is really a lot because we in life, we're going through a lot. And I want to be real. We're going through a lot, even resentment. And resentment and bitterness and all these things, where did they start? We have to really go back. Okay, there was in a garden, there was Adam and Eve. They was perfect. They didn't know any sin. And God is saying, do not touch. You can touch every other tree, but don't touch this one. And a lot of us, we're like, why can't I do that? Why can't I touch that? Why can't I, what's the problem? What are you trying to hold? So eventually, of course, they listened and they was like, okay. But Eve got kind of curious and wandered away from her husband, as we sometimes do. We wander away from God because we're like, what is out there? What can we do? Maybe God is trying to keep some kind of fun that I really need to do. So anyways, so Eve wandered away and she goes and, she's all curious. And the serpent's like, yes, this is my time to kind of get her, off track, get her distracted. Starts letting her know there's nothing wrong with this and how God is trying to withhold stuff from her. So she's all like, okay, God is trying to withhold this from me. So the devil start talking to her, from the serpent. And he's like, well, did God say not to eat and not to eat from these trees? And she's like, no, just the ones in the midst. And he's just started a conversation. And with women, with us, we love a conversation. So of course, who's gonna turn down a conversation, especially when you're doing it so smooth, And she was like, will you surely die? And the devil's like, no, you're not gonna surely die. I mean, what are you talking about? He knows as soon as you eat this, touch this, you're going to be like a god and you're gonna know good from evil and you're gonna be fine. So, I mean, come on now. What's the harm of touching this, eating it? Look at me, I eat it, I touched it, and I'm cool, I'm alive, I'm talking. I mean, come on. Which animals is talking in this garden? But look at me. So she's like, yeah, man, he's trying to withhold some stuff, something good that would just help me, And so she's like, okay, I guess I'll try it. And she touched it and she ate it and she's like, wow, it looks so good. And a lot of times in our life, we're like, ooh, that looks so good. That man looks so good. That female looks so good. And we get that female, we get that man. And then afterwards, as soon as we get that man, then we start feeling away, especially when he start changing and showing his character, right? And we basically like, wow, that man is not the man that I thought. That man is not what I thought he was supposed to be. I thought he was so great. I thought he was so wonderful. That woman is that I thought was so wonderful, so nice to me, so respectful. She's not really what she appears. So when and the thing is, Eve didn't realize nothing, and Adam didn't. Eve didn't realize anything until she and she's like, honey, come on, look, this is so. And she wasn't. It's not like she changed. So it was like, come on, honey, I eat it and I'm feeling good and I feel like I'm on top of the world. Come on, try it with me. And he tried it. Adam tried it, right? And so as he tried it, he's like, wow, this really tastes good. Like, whew. And he's feeling himself too, probably. And it's like, yes, this is just wonderful. It's like I'm on top of the world. God was withholding this from me. This is wonderful. It's just like when you go out there and you go and have sex for the first time. Let's be real. You go have sex for the first time. And you're like, whoo, man, if I knew this was so good, I would have been, because I had a friend long time ago when I went to middle school. And she was like, if I knew sex was so great, I would have been tried this a long time ago. And so a lot of us, we say, I would have been tried this, but God knows why he says not to try these things. He knows why. He's not trying to withhold anything. He's not trying to be mean. He's not trying to cripple you. He's not trying, because he knows that eventually you're going to resist. You're going to have resentment. You're going to have anger. You're going to have bitterness. You're going to have a lot of stuff. Because when that person's when you really find out what's going on, you're going to get very angry and you're going to get very frustrated and you're going to just go off, especially when he or her just make you mad. Okay, so I'm going to do a part 2 because this recording basically is a certain length that I have to record, but it's just letting you know. Okay, now the root of it is Eve in the garden was not satisfied. She thought God maybe was withholding, and so the conversation that she was having, it sounded very good to her. So she tried this. Now Adam tried it too. He knew that his wife did something, but he's like, I love her too much. I can't let her go down by herself. So I'm gonna try it, because if nothing happened to her and she tried it, then it might be okay. Maybe, and even if it's not, I'm going to basically be done like her. Me and her are going to be done together. I love her so much. So now you said, because you love her so much, nothing. You're just going to do what you want to do, right? So I'll be back with part 2.